Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about the secret to actually being consistent with new healthy habits. And for those of you who are new here, I wanted to welcome you. My name is Claire Ketchum, and I am on a mission to teach a million women the path to sustainable weight loss so they can get unstuck and finally lose weight for good. So if my mission resonates with you, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's jump into today's topic, which is the secret to actually being consistent with new healthy habits. Okay, so here's the problem with trying to incorporate a new healthy habit into our lifestyle is that we do really great for a little bit, right? We're super motivated, we're excited, we can't wait to get started. And then we do really well, right? Maybe for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months. And then all of a sudden it just starts to feel overwhelming and we get the desire to quit until we eventually abandon them. And then we're frustrated with ourselves, right? Like, why can't I stick with any of the goals that I set for myself? So why do we get stuck in this pattern? Well, the reason why is because our brain likes to do what feels familiar and safe. So when we're trying to incorporate a new healthy habit into our lifestyle, it actually causes some tension, right? It activates the stress response because it's new and it doesn't feel familiar. And our brain can resist this, right? We can use our willpower to muscle through the stress response and continue to incorporate the new healthy habit into our life. But eventually our brain, because it wants to be back in a relaxed state, eventually it will start convincing us that we need to quit and that this is too hard, or we can't do this, or why bother? It's not working anyway, or whatever excuses we come up with. So how do we break out of this pattern where we want to start a new healthy habit, but our brain is working against us because it feels stressful? Well, the secret is to create, or not create, I guess, to choose healthy habits that push you out of your comfort zone, but not so far that it activates the stress response. So you need to find habits that are in that sweet spot so that you can do them consistently until they feel easy, right? And because once we do things over and over and over and over again, and they become a habit, then we do them without even thinking. But if we're trying to do something that feels so hard that we want to quit, then we're never going to get to the point where it feels easy. So what does that look like? Well, the first step is to pick maybe 1 to 3 habits. You don't want to pick too many more than that, because, it's going to feel stressful if you're trying to do too many things at once. So pick 1 to 3 new habits that you want to incorporate into your lifestyle. So that's the first step. Then you need to think about, well, what could I do consistently? And that is very dependent on where you are right now. So for example, with the habit of drinking more water, maybe you drink no water, or maybe you already drink water frequently, but you want to drink more, right? So what is going to feel comfortable for you to do consistent is going to be very different depending on your current level of this habit, right? So for someone who doesn't really drink any water at all, maybe a good place to start would just be like, okay, I can drink a glass of water when I wake up every morning and then 1 at lunch. And that's all I'm going to commit to, because that feels doable. But maybe if you already drink water, you're like, okay, I'm going to drink 16 ounces of water when I wake up. I'm going to drink 8 ounces before every meal. And then at 5 o'clock, when I get home at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that I drink 16 ounces of water. So you're sort of planning it into your day, and that feels doable because you already drink water. Whereas if you don't drink any water at all, like, that might feel overwhelming and you're not going to be able to stick with it. So you really have to decide what that looks like for you. And the other thing is, you don't have to do it every day. Your goal could just be, I'm going to do it 5 days a week. I'm going to do it when I'm at work. I'm going to do it twice a week. Your goal doesn't have to be every day. It just has to be something that you personally can do consistently, because that's when your brain's like, oh, this is something that we do. And all of a sudden, drinking water doesn't feel stressful to you. Whereas if you're trying to drink a gallon of water and you really don't drink a lot of water, that's going to feel stressful to your body and your brain, right? Like, that's going to feel not good. So you want to do something that your brain can get on board with, so that it stays in that relaxed state while you're trying to make it a habit. Okay, so then once something starts to feel easy, right? Once something actually becomes a habit and we do it without thinking, that's when you don't have to work so hard at it anymore, right? And that's the beauty of habits, is that we do them without thinking. So when we're trying to incorporate healthy habits, we definitely have that desire to change everything at once, but it's really hard to have that be sustainable. And this is a much, much better way. So the secret, again, is to pick habits that stretch you out of your comfort zone, but not so far that it activates the stress response and makes you want to quit pretty quickly. Okay, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me a PM on Instagram, or you can DM me on Facebook. And if you'd like a little bit more support on the journey to your feel good weight, you can go ahead and subscribe to watch my masterclass, which is the 3 keys to get unstuck and finally lose weight for good. And if we're not connected on social yet, I would love for you to come on over to Instagram. I'm at claireketchum.ck, or join my Facebook group, the Stress Free Eating Community. Okay, that's it for today. Hope it helps. Talk to you later. Bye for now.